I had 72 hours to vacate my own house, or so Lisa claimed, standing on my porch with the smugness of a petty tyrant and the blind confidence of someone who hadn't bothered to look me up. She thrust a notice at me obviously fake, complete with the Homeowners Association logo and a scrawled signature that wouldn't fool a toddler. I took a sip of my coffee, gave her a nod like I was resigned to my fate, and said, "Better bring some help. The city inspector's dropping by soon." I didn't mention that I was the inspector. Not yet. The morning had started so calmly, bird singing, my golden retriever buddy sprawled out on the porch, soaking up the sun. I'd just finished checking a row of new townhouses across town, grabbed a latte from my go-to cafe, and settled in at home to tackle some paperwork. Then came the knocking, loud, insistent, the kind that screams entitlement. I opened the door expecting a delivery guy. Instead, there was Lisa, the HOA president, self-appointed ruler of the neighborhood, and the most insufferable person within a 3-mile radius. She stood there, decked out in oversized sunglasses, clutching a clipboard like it was a royal decree, an HOA badge pinned to her chest, probably self-laminated. Behind her were her 2 minions, Greg and Tara, her so-called compliance officers who had the spine of soggy napkins. "This is official HOA business," Lisa snapped, waving the EVY tie-in notice like it was sacred scripture. "This property violates the REVY said residency bylaw, Section 12 non-conforming occupancy by an unauthorized individual." I blinked. "You think I'm unauthorized in my own home?" She scoffed. "Our records show you're not the rightful owner. The association voted. You've ignored our notices. This house is now HOA reclaimable property." That's when I realized this wasn't just her usual suburban power play, it was full-on delusional nonsense. Here's the kicker. I bought this place before the HOA even existed. I was one of the first 5 homeowners when this area was just dirt and dreams. The HOA came later, cooked up by bored newcomers obsessed with regulating fence heights and flowerpot colors. Legally, my property was exempt from their control. But that never stopped Lisa from hitting me with trash fines, noise complaints, even a citation because my wind chimes offended her peace of mind. This EVY tie-in, though? It was her boldest move yet. I played along. "Guess I missed those notices," I said, sipping my coffee. "Mind showing me the paperwork?" Lisa grinned like she'd just trapped me. "I'm always prepared." She whipped out a folder stuffed with ridiculous, forged letters, one claiming I ran an illegal dog kennel, another saying my solar panels clashed with the HOA's VY Sewell Harmony. None of it was legit, no city stamps, no legal weight. Either she didn't know or she didn't care, assuming I just roll over. I let her ramble on, Greg and Tara nodding like they understood anything. She declared she'd return tomorrow to inventory my stuff before Javiwaying me hauled out. "You'll hear from our lawyer," she finished, expecting me to crumble. "Oh, I'm sure you'll hear from someone too," I replied. She squinted. "Who?" "The city inspector," I said. She smirked. "Good. I hope they shut you down." I just smiled as they strutted off my porch like wannabe cops. Inside, I cracked up. She didn't know I was the city's chief housing inspector. I'd approved this neighborhood's permits myself. I knew every code, every boundary, every loophole that crushed rogue HOAs like hers. And her fake notice? Caught on my porch came very word. I wasn't just annoyed now, I was pumped. I grabbed my laptop and started building my case. My deed, name in bold, city stamped. HOA charter. My house listed as non-HOA. Her fake letters, sent from a Gmail address ending in .fun. Because that's her idea of law. I called some buddies on the city legal team. One laughed so hard he choked on his coffee. Another said, "If she tried this on anyone else, we'd have her in cuffs by now." We agreed to let her dig deeper. She loved the spotlight, and I'd give her plenty. Next morning, Lisa was back, clipboard gleaming, sunglasses shining like a cartoon VY lane. She had a lockbox and red tape labeled HOA seal, which she tried slapping across my door. "This is a formal seizure," she announced. I filmed it all. Just getting the angle right. "You're a star now," she posed. "I hope your followers know you're done." "Oh," I said, panning the camera. "They'll love this, especially the city council." She froze. "Why would they care?" I leaned in. "Because I'm their housing inspector and you're impersonating authority on VY Deo." Her face dropped. Greg and Tara edged back. "But Lisa?" She doubled down. "You're lying." Inspectors can't live in their own districts. I've dealt with them before. I raised an eyebrow. You just made that up, didn't you? She started recording me, not realizing she was digging her own grave. Evict tie-in stands, she barked. See you in court, I said, just not how you think. The trap was set. I wasn't stopping at self-defense. I'd expose her whole reign of terror. Every fine, every threat, every scared neighbor too worn out to fight. This wasn't about me anymore, it was personal for everyone she bullied. I dug into the original HOA charter. Me house was explicitly exempt. Then I scrolled the neighborhood email listserv, which she forgot I was on. Her messages were wild. Vague threats, fake fines, one email fining someone due law 154, unapproved Halloween lights in September. The best was an accidental group email. I don't care what the city says. Control the narrative or they'll push back. Target the loud ones. Jackpot. I was compiling every Thinjamail's codes, a report for the city attorney, and my doorbell rang. It wasn't Lisa but Mrs. Evans, a neighbor, holding cookies and looking jittery. I heard what's happening, she whispered. She forced my brother out of his rental last year, said his cane tapping the floor was too loud. I invited her in. Over coffee, she spilled more. Lisa's tyranny went deep. A couple fined for a bird feeder attracting pests. A mom harassed over unmowed grass despite hiring help. A guy whose grill Lisa padlocked for flame violations. The stories kept coming. Neighbors dropped by, sharing tales of paint checks, trash, VY fines, and fear. Some had nearly sold their homes to escape her. I called my friend Tom on the city housing committee, briefed him, and requested an informal audit. He laughed. She tried to evict you, the chief inspector? Tell me you've got it on tape. Everything, I said. We planned a quiet probe, letting Lisa think she was winning. I added cameras around my place, not for safety, but evidence. If she sneezed near my bins, I'd have it logged. Then Councilman Jim called. Lisa had reported me to the city for impersonating an official. Jim laughed. I told her to call you directly. She hung up fast. She was spiraling and I'd let it build. Lisa went big next, announcing an emergency accountability forum, via flyers promising to unmask a fraudulent resident. She didn't know the city was already auditing her HOA, that I prepped a report, or that I'd show up with a projector and evidence. The forum night, I walked in blazer, badge, folder early. Lisa paced by a screen, sipping from a Top Dog mug. The room buzzed with residents she'd terrorized, now whispering, waiting. She spotted me and grinned. The imposter's here. Looking forward to it, I said. Her slideshow, The Fraud Among Us, featured my house, her fake notice, and wild claims. She ranted about my deception, citing non-existent bylaws. I let her finish, then raised my hand. My turn. She smirked. Go ahead. I showed my badge. I'm David Holt, Springdale's chief housing inspector, 9 years running. I own my home deed from 2012. I approved your pergola permit, Lisa, which you never built. Gasps. She stammered. That badge could be fake. I plugged in my laptop. Deed exemption docs, her tape threats, a montage of neighbors' blurred testimonies, wheelchair EVY tie-ins, flag fines, no wars. The room erupted. Mrs. Evans stood. You made my brother cry for weeks. Others joined. She fined my stroller. My chalk art was vandalism. Lisa screamed conspiracy and stormed out, slamming the door. No one followed. The crowd cheered, hugged, Lafita Community Reborn. 2 days later, Lisa sued me for defamation. My lawyer, Mike, grinned. She handed us a megaphone. We're countersuing harassment, fraud, impersonation. She kept up her act, posting flyers and live streams about my corruption. But in court, our evidence crushed her. Sealed docs, videos, 30 witness statements. The judge dismissed her suit, removed her from the HOA, and referred her for criminal review. Neighbors testified, cane bans, stroller fines, window cameras. A forensics guy uncovered her deleted violation templates. She crumbled. The next day, a gag gift basket appeared at her door, tape, labels, a HOA for dummies, book tagged, for your next chapter, far away. The news ran it. HOA Pres loses to inspector she tried to evict. She vanished soon after, audited for missing dues. The neighborhood threw a barbecue Independence Day with lights, grills, and a hero certificate for me. I consult now, helping rewrite fair bylaws. Lisa's gone, and we're free chalk, gnomes, and all. From her EVY tie-in stunt, she lost everything. I still sip coffee on my porch, Buddy by my side, smiling at the quiet VY Tory.